Buddy, what's up? It's Peanut. I want to show you a couple more revolvers I have that I've had for quite a while and tell you a little story about them. When I was probably about 12 or 13, I found my dad's revolver in his end stand, and him and my mom had separated, so he wasn't living at home. But the revolver was there, and me and my brother, we'd take it out and we'd take it to the dump. People's dumps back then in the country. People didn't use garbage man. If they had any kind of land, they would take their bottles and cans and they would throw them over a bank somewhere. A lot of farmers did that, and we knew where lots of dumps were, and we would take his pistol and our single shot Marlin 100, and we would go plinking. We would shoot bottles and cans. We'd have just have a heck of a good time. Now, he had a H&R model 930, I believe it was. This is a 930, small frame. Has a small handle. As you can see, it's not very big. But his was bigger. His was this size. And his was an older one. It had the hammer, or the firing pin was part of the hammer. This one's just a little bit newer. Now, these are unloaded. Both of them are. I checked them. I'll show them to you so you don't get crazy. And I had two of them because I had so much fun as a child plinking with this pistol. I always wanted one as an adult, and it took me years to find one. And I wanted one, and I was thinking about one day, and I stopped in my local gun shop, and they had one sitting there. Now, I wasn't sure if it was stainless steel. It's not. It's nickel plated. But the one my dad had was just blued, but it was a 4-inch, just like this. Slightly older. Like I said, his firing pin was attached to the hammer. This one actually has a firing pin. This one's a little bit newer. But this is an H&R. This here is a model 930. Now, the 930 is a nickel plated one. It doesn't have a release for the cylinder like a lot of your newer revolvers. You would just pull out on this to release the crane and open up the cylinder. But they're 9 shots. This is pretty much an all-metal gun except for the handles, the grips, which both of mine are in black, and you can buy different grip colors, but I like the blacks. The black ones, they set the gun off nice, especially this nickel-plated one. Now, I had to have it. I think I paid about $2.50 for this. Of course, they're used. They don't make them anymore. But if you see one in a gun shop, and you know it seems like it's the lockup and it was taken care of, you know, they're worth buying, I think. This one has adjustable rear sights for windage, no elevation. They're a little hard to hit stuff with, but if you're close enough, they're fun plinking with. It probably wouldn't make a very good hunting pistol, but they do shoot. They shoot straighter than I do. Let's put it that way. Now, this is the 930. It's chambered in 22 long rifle. And that's all it says is long rifle, but I know you could shoot longs and shorts out of this. Why wouldn't you be able to? You know. This is a 929. This is a slightly smaller version, but I think the 929 just means it was blued. It's pretty much the same gun. It's just a small frame 929. For my research, I could be wrong. But these are the two guns together. Very good revolvers to have. H&R. Like I said, they don't make these. I can't remember when they quit making them, a while back. You can still find them. They're excellent guns. I think most of the people that have them, they hold on to them. But you can buy speed loaders. I have 7 for mine, and I have one loaded with rat shot for the pesky snakes. But you open them up and they're 9 shots, and they load really fast and they unload really fast. Here, I'll load one up quick. Set that in there. Give it a twist, and it's loaded. 9 shots, just like that. Now this is a hot gun. I'm going to unload it right away, so don't make anybody nervous. Now those shells just fall out, but you can press down on the extractor in case the shells swelled a little bit. Push them out. These are awesome guns. I love these guns, these H&Rs. If you can find one, I don't think you would regret buying one. They don't make anything like this today. The closest thing they make would be Ruger makes an 8-shot. It's a bigger frame, part polymer, which they're about 450 bucks. I'd love to have one. Like I said, they're only an 8-shot, but it's a newer gun. I like newer guns. But I won't trade these in on it. This little one is a 9-shot just as well. It just about fits in the palm of my hand. This one, I have holsters for both of them. This one here with the holster, I paid about $167 for. I don't know why I remember it being such an odd number, but $167 for a 9-shot 22. I imagine these are made in the 70s or 80s, but they're a really good gun to have. This one here, I bought the holster. I bought the holster extra. It was extra off eBay. They both, and the holsters are kind of match, except for this one, the holster goes behind the hammer. Neither one of them protect the trigger, but this one can't be fired. This one could be fired while it's in the holster. I don't know why they would leave the trigger open like that on a holster, unless it's just an old design. I don't know. But they're really good guns. I love them. Very good guns to have. Pick one up. 9 shots. Real fast to load, unload. Heritage Arms makes a nice 22 revolver, but I mean, they're really, really gorgeous guns. But they load too slow and unload too slow for me. They're like a classic cowboy looking pistol, a revolver. I guess you can actually call this a pistol, but the Heritage Arms is a good maker, but I like the H&Rs better because 9 shots, real fast, unload them real fast, and mine work like clockwork. Unbeatable. I love them both. They don't really have that much money into them, and they're a good gun. Thanks for watching.